Hi there, I'm Victoria and Spencer-Kibble, and I help professionals to cope with their grief and their sadness so they feel happy again. And I'll be dropping down my calendar link in the comments below if you'd like to talk to me further about this. But I wanted to talk about complicated grief because there's definitely two signs that you need to look out for with people, with your loved ones around you when they've gone through any type of grief. The first being where initially, there's a shock and routine goes out the window completely. And then everyone kind of tells you that you need to make sure that you keep that routine going on, especially if you've got children as well. And that's absolutely right. Keeping routine keeps you getting up in the morning and not sleeping in an afternoon or during the day and then not sleeping on a night. So complicated grief, definitely one of the first things to actually notice is if they can't possibly do any kind of routine. So from getting up in the morning to doing breakfast for the children, taking the kids to school, going to work, having too many days off work. Initially there will be some disruption, but after a period of time, which I'd normally say, after the funeral, it's time to get back into some kind of routine. Then if you find that your beloved one or your friends or whoever it is that is bereaved is starting to completely lose their routine, that's the time to interject some friendly ear to actually listen to that person who's going through that grief. And it's really important because after that initial shock, it's both practically and emotionally that they change their routines as well. So just watch out for that, especially with the children being around as well. Just daily tasks that you don't feel like that you can do, take that on board because it's really important to just do the simple things. Just start one day at a time, one breath at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time, one day at a time. Don't expect them to be able to do everything all at once because they won't, especially if they're becoming a widow like myself at 37. You know, they are going to have so much coming at them that they've got to sort out. Just help them with the simple things and one thing at a time. The next thing would be that after that period of time, so they've got the funeral out the way, and after 6 months of time, normally life starts to get back to some kind of normality. I wouldn't say it's actual normal, but some kind of normality. If you notice them becoming withdrawn, where they literally don't come out, they don't get dressed, they start to sink into a real depression, where they totally withdraw from things that you know that they love to do. So definitely notice if that person isn't at the gym. Notice if that person is constantly having days off work. Notice if that person isn't coming out socially as well. And at the moment, it's very difficult to do. So just pick up the phone, send a text, send a WhatsApp, send a photo, do anything just to make contact. It's really, really important. The mind loves connection and we are meant to be connected. And at the moment, that's really hard to do because we're losing our connection face to face. So reach out, be that helping hand, be that ear to listen to. But definitely losing that connection is really important to just, even if you don't know what to say, just be there. Just be there. That's all they want you to do is just be there. And for the children as well, because complicated grief will hide many things. And if we don't address those complications, they will be buried and they will come back stronger and fiercer and stronger. And it'll also affect the family around them as well, not just their children, but their parents and everyone else. So it does literally go out like a spider's web. So initially after grief, yes, there's going to be some disruption and the routine won't be followed. But then after a while, and certainly after the funeral, then you expect to get some type of routine. But after 6 months, you expect routine to be normal, as in the normal day to day, but they're not going to be in a normal place, not yet. And they're still going to need that help and that friendly face, that friendly voice on the end of a phone. And definitely, if you find that people are becoming withdrawn, it's easy. A text is quick, a phone call is quick, a WhatsApp, anything, just a nice message, an affirmation, anything, but be there for people, because I know it made all the difference for me. So I just wanted to jump on today just to watch out for those two main reasons of complicated grief. So I'm Victoria and Spencer-Kibble from Vast Therapy, and I help professionals to cope with their grief and their sadness, to just simply be happy again. And certainly you can look at my journey that, yeah, I'm in a really good place and I'm happy again, and I'd like to do that for you as well. So my calendar link, it'll be in the comments below, and if you just want to call up, get some tips off me, that's absolutely fine, or want to go deeper and see if I can help you, then I'd be more than honoured to do that for you. So remember, guys, inspire to achieve and achieve to inspire.